Devaki lived. So she had a child, and eventually Kamsa killed the first child, and then the second child, and the third child, and the fourth child, and the fifth child, and the sixth child. They were all killed by Kamsa. And at that time, he had Devaki and Vasudeva in a prison in the town of Mathura. So, the seventh pregnancy was Balaram, Krishna's brother, and expansion. He's the incarnation of spiritual strength. And Krishna arranged for his Yogamaya potency to transfer Balaram from the womb of Devaki in Mathura to the womb of Rohini, who was in Vrindavan. Rohini was another wife of Vasudeva, and for her protection, she had been placed in Vrindavan under the care of King Nanda Maharaj, and his wife Yashoda. So people understood the seventh pregnancy of Devaki to be a miscarriage, but meanwhile Balaram, Krishna's brother, was born in Vrindavan as the son of Rohini. Then the eighth pregnancy, Krishna appeared before Vasudeva and Devaki. He appeared not as an ordinary infant, but as a four-armed form of Vishnu, fully decorated and dressed and ornamented. And they were very surprised to see this. And they were a little bit worried because they had a parental kind of relationship with Krishna. Different devotees of Krishna have different kinds of relationships with him. They were related in the parental or Vatsalya rasa. And they had this emotional feeling that Krishna was their child and needed to be protected by them. Of course, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He doesn't need anyone's protection. He's fully capable of protecting himself from anything or anybody because he's all-powerful. He's the Supreme Controller. Everything is possible for him. So, but because he likes to enjoy loving relationships with his devotees, he agrees to play like their child who needs their protection, because he likes the kind of feeling that's exchanged between him and his devotees in that mood. So even though Krishna didn't need any protection, Vasudeva under the influence of Krishna's spiritual potency, felt, oh, if Kamsa hears, that this four-armed form of Vishnu has appeared, he'll come and try to kill him, take him. So he requested Krishna to turn himself into an ordinary child, so he wouldn't attract so much attention. So Krishna did that. He changed from a four-armed Vishnu form into an ordinary infant child, just taken birth. And then, by Krishna's arrangement, Vasudeva was able to carry the infant Krishna out of the prison, somehow by some mystic potencies. The prison doors were open, the shackles came off, and Vasudeva was able to carry Krishna out of the prison, across the Yamuna River to Gokula, which is the part of Vrindavan that Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda lived in. And at that time, Yashoda had just given birth to a girl, a baby girl, and Vasudeva came in and he exchanged the two, the infant Krishna for the daughter born by Yashoda. So he left Krishna there and he took the daughter, who was actually an incarnation of Yoga Maya, Krishna's spiritual potency, back to the prison house of King Kamsa in Mathura. Now, some of our acharyas say that actually Yashoda gave birth not just to a daughter, but to a son also, who was the real Krishna, in a sense. In the Sanskrit, this daughter of Yashoda is referred to as Krishna's Anuja, Krishna's younger sister. So if you're brother and sister, that means you have the same mother. So Srila Prabhupada says in his purports to the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam that this indicated that Yashoda had given birth not just to a daughter, but to a son and daughter. And when Krishna was brought from Mathura to Vrindavan, those two personalities merged into one. Generally it's said that Krishna never goes outside of Vrindavan, and when he does apparently go out or appear to take birth in some other place like Mathura, or he goes to some other place like Dwarka, it's in his Narayan form, his Narayan forearm form, basically, that he does that in his original form he never goes outside of Vrindavan. And in addition to Srila Prabhupada saying that, other acharyas in our line have said that. So, but apparently, Krishna was exchanged for the daughter, and that's what was perceived by Kamsa. He thought, okay, here's the 8th child, so let me kill this 8th child because this is the one who's supposed to kill me. I've got to kill this child first. But Devaki pointed out to her brother, Kamsa, according to the prophecy, it was a male child, my son, who was to kill you, not a girl. So don't kill this girl. And she employed a little bit of diplomacy. She said, this girl can marry your son. She can be, when she grows up, she can be your son's wife. And you just shouldn't be so cruel. You've already committed so many atrocities by killing 6 of my sons who had previously taken birth. You murdered them. So why don't you just give me a break and let this child live? But he didn't agree to do that. He tried to smash the female child to the ground to kill her, but this female child was actually an incarnation of Yoga Maya, Krishna's spiritual potency. So she displayed her 8-armed form and rose into the sky, and Kamsa was a little bit surprised. Yoga Maya, another name for Yoga Maya is Durga, the goddess of the material energy. And Kamsa was very impressed by this, so he became a little bit kind to Vasudeva and Devaki. So, there's a whole story behind the 6 sons of Devaki who were killed by Kamsa one after another. Actually, that was an arrangement of destiny. In previous births, those 6 sons had been demigods, and they had created some offense against Lord Brahma, the chief demigod. And because of that, they were cursed, so that eventually they had to take birth from Devaki and be killed by Kamsa in order to clear their offense. And some of our acharyas have interpreted this symbolically, that the 6 sons of Devaki represented the 6 obstacles to devotional service. Kama, Lobha, Krodha, Moha, Mada, and Matsarya. Kama means lust, Lobha means greed, Krodha means anger, Mada means madness, Moha means illusion, Matsarya means envy. So, before Krishna can appear in one's heart, these 6 enemies of love of Krishna have to be vanquished or killed. So, there's some symbolic interpretation of this. So, Krishna did appear So Krishna was raised as the son of Nanda and Yashoda. Nanda Maharaj was king of the cowherd community in Vrindavan, and Yashoda was his queen, the queen of the cowherd community in Vrindavan. And Krishna was raised along with his brother Balaram in that cowherd community. And he passed his younger years very happily in Vrindavan, herding the cows and calves with his cowherd boyfriends and enjoying pastimes with the young cowherd women, girls of Vrindavan. And then Narada Muni, the great sage, went to King Kamsa and explained to him that the 8th child of Devaki, the male child who was to kill you, was he actually did take birth from Devaki, but Vasudeva took him across the river and left him in the house of Nanda and Yashoda. So you should make some arrangement to kill him. And you may ask, well, why would Narada Muni, who was a devotee, do that? It was actually Krishna's arrangement that he do that, because it would actually bring about Kamsa's death. So Kamsa sent Akrura to Vrindavan to invite Krishna and the residents of Vrindavan, to invite Krishna and Balaram and the residents of Vrindavan to attend a wrestling match as part of a festival in Mathura. So, Akrura came to Vrindavan, and being a devotee, he told Krishna what Kamsa's plan actually was. That Kamsa planned to have him killed by the wrestlers at the wrestling match, or be killed by a specially trained elephant named Kumariyapida. So Kamsa had made this elaborate plan to kill Krishna and Balaram. So they went. First, Krishna didn't tell King Nanda, what Kamsa's plan was, or else his father would have taken him to Mathura for this festival and the wrestling match. So Maharaj just thought, oh, the king is inviting us to a wrestling match, so yes, we'll all go, all the residents of Vrindavan, Krishna, Balaram, will go to this big event. But Krishna knew what he was going to do, so when Krishna and Balaram went to Mathura and went to the wrestling match, first the elephant came and tried to kill them, but they killed the elephant, because even though they were small boys, they actually had the power of being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so they were able to do that. And then they went into the wrestling match, and they were matched to fight with big, strong wrestlers who were under the order of King Kamsa to try to kill them. And they wound up defeating and killing these wrestlers. So eventually what happened was that all the residents of Vrindavan had come to Mathura for this big wrestling match. And Nanda and Yashoda had come thinking, Krishna is our son. He was born to us in Vrindavan. They didn't know about the switch that Vasudeva had brought Krishna from Mathura, from the prison house of Kamsa, where he had appeared as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva, and he'd switched them. They didn't know about that yet. So, but Krishna knew all these things. So, when Kamsa was killed, Krishna freed his mother and father, Vasudeva and Devaki, from prison. And he behaved like he was their son. And he explained to Nanda and Yashoda what the situation was. That actually I was born to Vasudeva and Devaki. But he said to them, but actually, in the larger sense, you're my real father and mother. Nanda and Yashoda, you're in the spiritual, the ultimate spiritual sense, you're my real father and mother. And then Nanda and Yashoda and the other residents of Vrindavan had to go back to Vrindavan. And Krishna promised them he would be coming back, but in one sense he didn't. But Srila Prabhupada and our other acharyas explain that Krishna exists in many forms. And in one form, it's called the bhava form. Bhava means ecstasy. When devotees of Krishna have some kind of memory of Krishna, it awakens very powerful spiritual emotions in their heart. These emotions are called bhavas, and Krishna is actually present in the bhavas. So our acharyas explain that when Nanda and Yashoda went from Mathura back to Vrindavan, Krishna actually went with them in his bhava form. And he remained in Mathura in his Narayan form, which is different than his Krishna form. His Narayan form is worshipped with great awe and reverence, and he behaves like a great king or a prince. Whereas Krishna, in his original form, behaves like a little cowherd boy. Very different. One mood is very royal and regal and opulent, and the other is more natural and informal. So I'm trying to say that Krishna went back to Vrindavan actually in his Bhava form, the form of the ecstasy that arises when devotees engage in Leela Smarana. Leela means pastimes, Smarana means to remember. So when the devotees remembered Krishna, when the residents of Vrindavan remembered Krishna, these bhavas awakened in their hearts, and Krishna is not different from those bhavas, so Krishna was present in that way. But apparently, from the external point of view, he was absent from Vrindavan and living with Vasudeva and Devaki and Mathura as a member of the Yadu dynasty. In other words, he was existing like a little prince, not a cowherd boy. So he was sent away by Devaki and Vasudeva to the ashram of the spiritual master, Sandipani Muni. So Sandipani Muni's ashram was in Avantipur, which is now called Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh in India today. You can still visit the place of Sandipani Muni's ashram in Ujjain. I went there once. It's a nice place. So Krishna and Balaram were trained as the disciples of their guru, Sandipani Muni. And they spent some time there. And then when their study was finished, they asked the guru, Sandipani Muni, if there was something they could do for him. The tradition is that when the disciple finishes the study at the ashram of the guru, the disciple offers some dakshina. So they asked Sandipani Muni and his wife what they could offer. And Sandipani Muni and his wife said, well, our son drowned in the ocean at Prabhas Kshetra, which is a place in Gujarat, on the shore of the Arabian Sea. So Krishna and Balaram agreed to retrieve the son, the dead son of Sandipani Muni and his wife. So they went to Prabhas Kshetra, they went to the ocean, and Krishna thought that the person responsible was probably the demigod in charge of the oceans. So Krishna and Balaram entered the ocean and went to the abode of the demigod of the oceans and asked him, what have you done with Sandipani Muni's son? And he said, well, I didn't do anything. There's actually a demon, Shankasura, who was a demon who had the form of a large conch shell. I think he took the son of Sandipani Muni. So Krishna and Balaram searched further through the ocean, and finally they found this demon, and they killed him And they opened up his body to see if they could find the remains of Sandipadani's son, and they didn't find anything. So then Krishna thought, well, now let me go to the court of Yamaraj and see if he's there. And he finally located the son of Sandipadani, and Krishna and Balaram returned to Ujjain with the son, gave him to his parents alive, and then they went back to Mathura to Vasudeva and Devaki. Now, a lot later, Krishna and Balaram, who by that time had moved to the city of Dwarka, on the occasion of the solar eclipse, they went to Kurukshetra, which was the place where people take a bath during the solar eclipse. And they met the residents of Vrindavan there. And then they went back to Dwarka. At that time, Vasudeva and Devaki were residing in Dwarka with Krishna and Balaram. And Devaki asked Krishna, she said, I heard that you rescued the son of your teacher, Sandipani Muni, and you brought him back to life. You brought him from the realm of the dead back to the living. So, if you could do that, don't you think you could retrieve my 6 sons who were killed by Kamsa? So Krishna agreed to do that because his mother Devaki had asked. So he thought he had some idea that following Maharaj, the king of the demons who resided in one of the lower planets called Sutala, had some knowledge of where these 6 sons of Devaki that were killed by Kamsa went. So Krishna went to Sutala and spoke with Bali Maharaj, and Bali Maharaj said, yes, they're here, and Krishna took them and brought them back to Devaki in the form of babies. So Devaki was very happy to have these 6 babies who were her sons that had been killed by King Kamsa. And after they were with Devaki for some time and she was satisfied, Krishna restored them to their original position as demigods. So there are endless things that can be said about Krishna and his different pastimes and his different forms. The Srimad Bhagavatam is full of Krishna's pastimes that he displayed for 125 years when he was present on earth. There were pastimes he performed in Vrindavan. There were pastimes he performed in Mathura, in Dwarka, in Ujjain, or Avantipur, and so many other places. And the purpose of all those pastimes is to attract the attention of the conditioned souls in this material world so they can be inspired to always think of those pastimes and prepare themselves to enter Krishna's Nitya Leela. When Krishna came, he didn't come just by himself. He came with many of his associates who played different roles in his pastimes, just like you have a traveling theater company, with all kinds of actors and actresses who put on a marvelous show to attract people, to entertain them and educate them. So that's why Krishna appears in this world, to attract our attention and to inspire us to become pure devotees of Lord Krishna, because that is our constitutional position. Jiva Swarupa Hoy Krishnara Nityadas, Lord Chaitanya said, the eternal constitutional position of each Jiva soul, each conscious individual being, is to be the eternal loving servant of Krishna in one of the 5 transcendental relationships, or rasas. So these celebrations like Janmastami and so many others are opportunities for us to increase our hearing and chanting and remembering Krishna, which are the activities that will bring us to the actual perfection of life. So I was to speak until 11. Does anyone have any glorification to offer Lord Krishna? Yes. I couldn't hear you.
You were speaking about Baba and the pastimes of Krishna. My question was, could you elaborate a little more bit more on Baba and its relation to Krishna?
Baba has several meanings, but the specific one that I was speaking about was based on my reading of the Krishna book and how Srila Prabhupada described it. Baba is a feeling of ecstasy, of love for Krishna. Actually, we have love for Krishna in our heart eternally. Nitya Siddha Krishna Pranam Sabya Kapilana Shravanadi Shri Chitta Karya Ugai. So Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema. Nitya means eternally, Siddha means perfect. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema. Krishna Prema is love for Krishna. Love for Krishna. Love for Krishna is expressed through Baba, ecstatic emotions that are exchanged with Krishna. That potential is always there in the heart, but to bring it out one has to engage in a process. Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte. By Shravana, hearing about Krishna, Kirtana, chanting about Krishna, Smarana, remembering Krishna. This purifies the consciousness and allows the expression of Bhava, the soul's natural loving exchange with Krishna in the different rasas. So, in that connection, Srila Prabhupada mentioned in the part of the Krishna book that I was studying, says that's particularly inspired by Leela Smarana. Leela means pastime, Smarana means to remember. So to remember Krishna's pastimes after hearing about them is particularly part of the way of getting the bhava or the feeling or the ecstasy to manifest. And Krishna is not different from that bhava, according to what Srila Prabhupada said in that part of the Krishna book that I was referring to when I was preparing these remarks. Is that helpful?
Yes.
Another meaning of bhava is a particular stage of devotional service that's characterized by 9 symptoms. I don't remember all of them right this second, but not wasting a second, always regarding oneself as the recipient of Krishna's mercy. Also consider the stage of devotional service as well. Okay, next part of the program.
Krishna, thank you so much for the wonderful lecture on pastimes of Krishna. So I think that the next thing we're going to be doing is just some kirtan leading up to the midnight arati. So we can start kirtan and how we will do the